people know that this is coming up. Mark your calendars. But also keep in mind, we're always talking about the Royal Bahamian Potcake. And we always have these dog shows with the high pedigrees and those things that, we think that our little potcakes may not be able to go in. But I believe you're having what's called the Potcake Awards. Please tell us a little bit more about that, Mr. Stubbs.
Hi, the Potcake Awards will be coming up March 22nd, 2025. It'll be at Stapledon School. It's going to be fun and event for the entire family. And, you have persons out there that are serious dog trainers, so we're going to have the serious obedience competitions, beginner and advanced. We're also going to have fun competitions like waggiest tail and best trick and prettiest dog, well-dressed, veterans class for the older dogs, most improved rescue dogs. So, but stay tuned. So we'll be making more announcements as the months go along. So look forward to seeing you out there. March 22nd, Stapledon School from 10 to 3. The Potcake Awards in honor of Potcake, but the Potcake will be awarding the other breeds.
Has there ever been a Potcake Award? Because I feel like, it's more so for, when we think about a dog awards, it's usually for like pedigree dogs. This is the first time that there would be a Potcake Award.
Well, actually, no. Interestingly enough, in 1990, I think it was the bicentennial or quincentennial, one of them, they had the first ever Potcake Awards, which I actually won with my Potcake whiskey. And so, and it was more of the show side of it, not the obedience. So it's really the judging, the way the dog moves with the handler and the aesthetics of the dog in terms of how it meets the breed specifications and that sort of thing. And so, and that's exactly what you'll be having at the Potcake Awards. We'll be having a Potcake class. But, you're in the home of the Potcake. So if there's anybody that should be awarding the other breeds, it would be in honor of the Potcake. So it's the Potcake Awards.
The Royal Bahamian.
The Royal Bahamian. Exactly.
No, I'm sure that the public is going to support. We're a few months out, but we want you to mark your calendars now. We're going to make sure hear back from our friends closer to the date so that we can keep this on everybody's minds. It'll be around the same time we're going to showcase the Bahamas Humane Society and BARC with the good work that they're doing in the area of animal protection. Now, again, time keeps flying. We have about 5 more minutes. Maybe I can get some closing words, some tips. What would you tell the Bahamian public, Mr. Stubbs and Professor Hogg, about dogs, how to treat dogs, the importance of taking care of your animal, of being a good person, and how pet ownership is actually one of the ways that, we can give back to others, but give back to ourselves, the joy and happiness that is life?
Well, one thing I can say is that your dog loves you and unconditionally, and your dog also helps your health. Being with your dog is a way to calm down and get away from the stress of regular life. And more, we need to be able to do that. Also, for children, learning how to be a responsible pet owner actually teaches them a world of things. It teaches them empathy. It teaches them a bit about biology. It teaches them about respect. It teaches them about learning to be responsible. So it's a learning experience, but it's also bonding. If you have a puppy for your child, the puppy and the child, they're going to grow up together. They're going to depend on each other. That is a bond that's going to be virtually impossible to break. And it is beneficial for the animal and the human. It is beneficial for the family. We help each other out, dogs and people. We were made to be together.
A match made in heaven. Mr. Stubbs?
Yeah, dogs have from I've been a child. The dogs have brought for me a sense of fulfillment and being able to just share a bond with my dogs, learning skills and tricks, and it made me feel like I was special, to be honest. And so dogs bring that to our life. You come home, and I mean, they are happy to see you, and for going out there and having a hard day's work, just trying to make $1, just sometimes having just your dog as a friend to come home to is something a lot of people have. And so for that reason alone, we should do our best, to provide the best care we can, and that means taking part in community events such as spay and neuter programs and supporting them, and then also taking care of our own dogs in our homes. Making sure our yards are closed. As simple as that may sound, it's serious. And then if you close the yard, and then you won't have to chain them, and so that would alleviate that problem. And then, if you can't afford a dog, then just don't get it. There's so many people get dogs and then realize halfway down the line before the dog is 1 year old that they can't afford it. And so just plan it out, just as if you were going to have a child. I think I saw one study that probably said a dog could be like $12,000 a year, just in care. And that's a lot of money. And if you don't plan for that, then that may run up on you. So that's what I would advise. Plan for the dogs that you want to have, so that you can make sure you can afford it. But all in all, I see so much good happening, and I do want to end on a high note. So I encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, and if you need training and you need help, reach out. Ms. Hogg and I'd be happy to assist.
And how can people reach you?
So I'm at stubbsdale@gmail.com or 818-9731, or you could even visit stubbsdale.com with 1B. Nice.
And Professor Hogg, if people are wanting to meet Frappé, would they also go through Stubbsdale?
Yes, definitely.
Excellent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure for me to host Mr. Devlyn Stubbs, Professor Bridgett Hogg, talking to us about the importance of dogs and how to treat our dogs, and how pet therapy can be so beneficial to us. As humans, we tend to forget all of the things that make life so wonderful, and part of that is our animals. And so we're happy to have hosted them. We're looking forward to having them back. I'm happy that you stayed tuned for an entire hour listening to us on this very interesting subject, and we hope to have you back next Saturday at noon here on Guardian Radio 96.9. This is DeAndra Cartwright, and I'm happy that you joined us. Enjoy your weekend, and may it be wonderful.